Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. As always, it's great to have you guys here as we dive into more 28 years later content here on the channel. So just for fun, in this video I've put a list together of the top 10 things to kind of be excited for or to look out for as we go into the next movie this coming January in the Bone Temple. I could not be more excited to see where they're going to take this franchise next. There's so many questions left over from the 28 years later movie about the infected, about Dr. Kelson, about Jim, Cillian Murphy's character coming back. There's so many things here to look forward to. So without further ado, let's start off with our first thing to look forward to, and we'll go forward and let's see what we can get into here. So up first on our list, we're going to be talking about the Jimmy cult and Sir Jimmy Crystal's role in the Bone Temple going forward. So imagine a world that's so broken that survivors cling to a charismatic, enigmatic leader who promises salvation but reeks of danger. In 28 years later, Jack O'Connell's Sir Jimmy Crystal emerges as the head of a shadowy group, the so-called Jimmy Gang or cult. That swoops in and rescues young Spike from a horde of infected 28 days after he leaves the safety of Holy Island. This isn't just a band of survivors, there's something deeply unsettling about their devotion to Sir Jimmy, with whispers of real-world parallels to dark, manipulative figures. In the Bone Temple, expect a chilling, deep dive into the cult's origins. How did they form? What drives their fanaticism? And what does Sir Jimmy want with Spike? Is he a saviour or a predator? This cult could be the heart of the film's conflict, a twisted reflection of humanity's desperation, setting up a psychological battle that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Number 2. Cillian Murphy's return as Jim. Cillian Murphy's Jim, the bicycle courier, who woke up to the nightmare in 28 days later, is back in the Bone Temple, and his return is being called a very satisfying introduction by director Danny Boyle. 28 years after we last saw him fighting for survival, Jim's reappearance raises huge questions. How has he survived in this ravaged world? Is he a hardened leader, a broken man, or something else entirely? Fans are buzzing about whether he'll clash with the Jimmy cult or guide young Spike through his perilous journey. With Boyle hinting at a trilogy arc centered on redemption, Jim's role could be the emotional anchor of the story. His past heroism tested against new, darker realities. Get ready for a performance that will remind you why Murphy's Jim defined this franchise. Number 3. The Bone Temple itself. The title The Bone Temple conjures a haunting image, a structure of skulls and bones, built by Ralph Fiennes' enigmatic Dr. Ian Kelson, standing as a grim monument in a world torn apart. Introduced in 28 years later, this temple isn't just a creepy backdrop, it's a symbol, maybe of survival, worship, or a twisted new order. Could it become a shrine for the Jimmy cult's rituals, or a new home for the infected? The temple promises to be a central hub for the next film's horror, where every creaking bone tells a story of loss and desperation. Expect visceral, unsettling visuals and a location that will be burnt into our minds long after the credits roll, as Spike and other humans confront whatever dark secrets this location may hold. Number 4. Spike's coming-of-age journey. At the heart of the Bone Temple is Spike, the 12-year-old played by Alfie Williams, who left the safety of Holy Island in 28 years later to find a cure for his dying mother, Isla. His solo journey into the mainland, crawling with infected, was gut-wrenching, and now after being rescued by the Jimmy cult, Spike's story takes centre stage. This isn't just a kid surviving, it's a raw, emotional coming-of-age tale set against a brutal backdrop. The Bone Temple will push Spike to face impossible choices, trusting the wrong people, grappling with the nature of evil, and fighting to hold on to his humanity. His resilience and moral struggles will pull you in, making every step of his journey a heart-pounding question of whether he'll rise or break. Number 5. Samson's return. Fans of 28 years later have plenty to be thrilled about with Samson, the formidable alpha infected, returning in 28 years later the Bone Temple. This hulking, intelligent, and terrifyingly powerful character, played by Chi Lewis Parry, stole the spotlight in the first film with his raw strength and surprising depth, and his role in the sequel promises to escalate the stakes. As a leader among the infected, Samson's pursuit of the non-infected baby, potentially his own child, hints at a complex mix of primal instinct and lingering humanity, setting the stage for a deeper exploration of the Rage virus's mutations. Director Nia DaCosta and writer Alex Garland are poised to amplify Samson's menace, possibly showcasing him rallying other alphas into a formidable force, challenging survivors like Spike or Dr. Kelson in new, unsettling ways. Expect visceral, iPhone-captured action, spine-chilling confrontations, and a narrative that probes the blurred lines between monsters and man, making Samson's return a heart-pounding nightmare. Number 6. Dr. Ian Kelson's continued influence. Ralph Fiennes' Dr. Ian Kelson stole the show in 28 years later with his eerie mix of compassion and his obsession for crafting bone structures. In the Bone Temple, his role promises to grow, tying directly to the titular temple and its grim significance. Is Kelson a healer, a philosopher, or something far darker? His iodine rituals and fascination with bones suggest a man wrestling with the apocalypse in his own unsettling way. Fans are eager for more of his cryptic musings, which might reveal the temple's purpose or its connection to the Jimmy cult. Does Kelson also know about Jim, and if so, in which capacity? Does he have a plan to cure the infected? Kelson's presence will add many layers of mystery and dread to the next movie, making him a figure you cannot look away from. Number 7. Jamie's search for Spike. Aaron Taylor Johnson's Jamie, a grieving scavenger and Spike's father, faces every parent's worst nightmare in the Bone Temple. After Spike ventures alone into the mainland, Jamie's likely to embark on a desperate search for his son, navigating a world of infected and human threats. This father-son dynamic is the emotional core of the story, with Jamie's journey promising raw, heartbreaking stakes. Will he find Spike, or will the film lead into the franchise's brutal tone, leaving them separated by tragedy? Taylor Johnson's intensity as a widower haunted by loss will hit fans hard, and every step of Jamie's quest will keep you gripped, wondering if hope and sanity can survive in this bleak world. Number 8. The evolution of the Rage virus. The Rage virus has always been the pulse of the franchise, turning humans into frenzy monsters within seconds. But 28 years later showed us some major changes, and the Bone Temple might take these even further. What if the virus has continued to mutate, giving the infected even more bizarre new abilities not yet seen in the franchise? And the movie could also further shine a spotlight on their new organised behaviour. The synopsis for the first film mentioned shifts in both survivors and infected, and Samsons' role as an alpha leader backs this up. The evolution could raise the stakes to terrifying new heights, forcing survivors to adapt to enemies who aren't just fast and deadly, but possibly more cunning than humans themselves. Expect the Bone Temple to explore the virus's chilling new possibilities, making every encounter a test of survival like never before. Number 9. Cult-like behaviour. The Bone Temple isn't just about surviving infected, it's about what happens when humanity's desperation twists into something darker. The Jimmy cult, with its unseen dark rituals and distorted cultural memory, sets the stage for a story steeped in cult-like behaviour and warped spirituality. Are the followers worshipping Sir Jimmy Crystal, the Bones, or something even stranger? The film's themes dig into how societies crumble into savagery, mirroring Dr. Kelson's eerie creations and the temple itself. This isn't just horror, it's a grim reflection on what we become when hope is gone. Expect a story that's as thought-provoking as it is unsettling, with layers that will spark debates long after you've watched the movie. Number 10. Set up for the trilogy's finale. As the second chapter in Danny Boyle's planned trilogy, the Bone Temple isn't just a standalone movie, it's the crucial bridge to the saga's end. Boyle has teased a bigger story about redemption for the final film, meaning this installment will deliver a game-changing twist or revelation. Will it involve Jim's past, the Jimmy cult's true motives, or a shocking truth about the infected? Every moment in the Bone Temple will build towards this climactic setup, making it a pivotal chapter you can't miss. With Spike, Jim, and the Temple's mysteries at the forefront, expect a finale that leaves you hungry for the trilogy's resolution, with stakes higher than ever before. So with that down, that was my top 10 list of things that I'm looking forward to as we move into the next movie, 28 years later, The Bone Temple, which is releasing next January. But guys, I really want to hear from you, So jump down in the comment section and let me know what you're most looking forward to as we move into the next movie. I would love to hear what you guys have to say as always. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber to support the content and everything that I'm doing here on the channel. I would really appreciate that. And hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with more 28 years later content and movie news that we have going on the channel here. And with that down, as always, I will see you guys in the next video.